The first thing that the ACNC wants to do is to create public trust and confidence in charities. So often we're asked, does the money get through? And so people are concerned that if they make a donation, it actually gets to its destination. The danger, of course, if you're sending the money ultimately to conflict zones, is it being used for humanitarian purposes or is it being used for conflict purposes? And so there's a number of ways that you can guard against this. And we suggest at least three. Firstly, the ACNC register is a register of trusted charities. So checking whether the charity you're giving to is genuine can be done by going on to the ACNC register. Secondly, there are at least a couple of other places where you can check the bona fides of an overseas aid and development agency. The United Nations has such a register, and here in Australia, ACFID has such a register. So if people really want to make sure the money's getting through, we're recommending that they give through a recognised humanitarian agency. The Financial Action Task Force is an international coalition of 36 countries who are keen to work on anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism. And in 2005 they came to Australia and said, is Australia compliant with those protocols that would prevent money getting to the wrong places? And they felt that Australia was only partially compliant. We had some good ideas, but we hadn't yet implemented them. And so the coming of the ACNC was at least an opportunity to implement one of those recommendations, that there ought to be a dedicated focused regulator to look at these things. FATF has recently been looking into Australia again for their 2014 review, and I think the fact that the ACNC is now operating should be of some comfort in terms of Australia's compliance with FATF's arrangements on anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism. So we're making some progress in that regard.